So I've got a couple icebreaker questions for you first.
Let's do it.
Um, what was the first concert that you ever attended?
Um, so the first real concert I ever went to was I was about 9 years old, and I was absolutely obsessed with the band Kiss. You know, the theatrics of it and all the men, the makeup, obviously. And yeah, so my parents surprised me with a Kiss concert when I was like 9, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Do you ever do karaoke and do you have a go-to song?
I do karaoke sometimes. Well, there's a karaoke bar in downtown Orlando that I'll sometimes go to with some friends.
Yeah.
And my go-to song is I'll do "Freak on a Leash" by Korn
Yeah.
if I have enough tequila.
Can you tell me about the creative process behind the reimagining for Cold?
So that was largely in part to our producer Zach. He made it really sick, just kind of like stripped down. Uh, we didn't really give him much direction for what we wanted. It was just sort of like kind of have some fun with it, make it stripped down and more just cinematic, more quiet, and just a little bit more intimate of a song. And he knocked it out of the park. He gave me a lot of opportunity to kind of do a lot of fun stuff vocally that I
Yeah,
wouldn't otherwise do in your average Dark Divine song.
it's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
So how do you approach genre and style when you're writing and recording? Like, do you set out to kind of have it a certain genre and style, or
Not particularly. It really like with writing, it is sort of there's spontaneity in it. Like I come up with verses or lyrics or rhythms or melodies,
Mm.
on the way home from somewhere, or like in the middle of the night. It really does just sort of like you know just it's spontaneous. So
Yeah,
it's I don't
it
particularly
comes
listen to any one genre.
naturally?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. What's a particularly memorable performance or moment in your career so far?
Incarceration was big. That one was I think the biggest show we've ever played. It was our first festival,
Yeah.
and it was just like I distinctly remember when we were there. The band before us had played, and then after them, there was another band playing on the main stage. So all the people left to go see them. We were a little bit worried, like, is anyone going to show up? I don't know what's going to happen here. And we've never played a festival like this before. We don't know what our market value is here yet, but
Yeah.
uh, once the intro rolled, like it packed out with a good couple thousand people, and it was a really surreal moment.
Yeah. That sounds amazing. Can you share any interesting or surprising facts about Dark Divine, like maybe about the other guys or
Hmm. Robbie is a very avid meatloaf lover, and that's I feel like that's a pretty fun fact.
yeah. What about
It's a
you?
very I don't really like meatloaf that much, but
What am I like a fun fact?
oh, uh, um, about me, I play trumpet. I went to school for music, so I go always been kind of in the music making
That's cool.
process.
Um,
So
so how do you keep your music fresh and relevant in an ever-changing industry?
that's the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, there's definitely elements of luck to it, but it's also just kind of like keeping your influences moving. I feel like I'm always listening to like I'm bad at listening to new music like when it comes out, but I'm really good at listening to a lot of different music. Like
Mhm.
what I lack in ability to listen to an album all the way through, I definitely will take a few singles from like every album and check those out. So I just kind of just keep your influences rolling, keep your influences moving, and then every time new music comes out, give at least one song a listen.
Yeah. So that kind of goes into my next question is what artists have been inspiring you most lately?
Um, I've been listening to a lot of for a while now, but I've been listening to a lot of Bad Omens. I've been listening to some heavier stuff. Like I've listened to some Knock Loose. There's been some really cool stuff there. Uh, but yeah, it really does just kind of keep itself ongoing. I'm always bouncing from place to place. We listened to a lot of Sleep Token on the last tour,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's Kim Dracula. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Mhm. Okay. Is there anything else that's been inspiring you lately, like movies, books, video games?
Um, Terrifier 3, like that whole like spooky Christmas thing has been really kind of intriguing. I love Art the Clown. I love that whole kind of the vibe he has as like a silent kind of killer.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we've been also we spent some time out in LA and got to check out some of like the goth club scene, and that was really cool. Definitely took some inspiration aesthetically and musically from that.
Hmm. Okay. And my last question for you is, do you have anything else that you'd like to share with your fans?
Well, we just dropped the deluxe edition for Deadly Fun, so I would love for people to check that out. We are about to announce. I don't know when this is gonna get. I guess I can say it. We're gonna be doing a short little co-headliner run with the Funeral Portrait,
Cool.
and the band Not Enough Space. So it's gonna be like a 5 day run, just
Yeah.
going down the East Coast. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So tickets for that will go on sale on Monday,
Okay.
and we're playing Apocalypse Fest with Motionless in White and Fit for a King, Kubla Khan, and Scene Queen.
Yeah, the mini festival.
Yeah,
What was that one called again?
Apocalypse Fest.
Apocalypse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll be amazing. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah, go on.